Hey Brooke, I really like what you got going here. I can see you've done a lot of interesting things with this, and I really like it. I know the younger self image is quite dark. Might be worth it to possibly lighten it up a little bit so that we can see it a little bit better. Let's see. But maybe you're doing that on purpose. So the birds, not those ones. I was kind of thinking these ones, the drop shadow on this, we could double click on that. We could make this maybe like a lighter yellow and then make it normal so that it pops them off a little bit more. It doesn't have to be yellow, but maybe just a lighter color so that it pops off better. These ones show up fairly well, but these ones just need a little bit of help showing up on that background. Let's see. Also, this area here could be just tweaked a little bit. I think it's this. If I click here and go to Select and Mask in the Properties panel, I can re-enter the Select and Mask area and use my spacebar to get the hand to show up. And I want to add to my selection. I'll just add that all the way to the edge, just to kind of clean that up. And maybe even add this all the way to the edge too. Of course, you wouldn't do it in here. Okay, that gets rid of that transparency. Bringing this all the way to the edge would be good too, the paper effect. And maybe even trying to bring that all the way through to the bottom as well, so that we can follow that line with our eye up and down. Let's see. Yeah, this is really a nice portrait. I like it. You could try adding in maybe other elements into this, maybe some lines. You could take the background out on this image of yourself on the top here. You could take the background out by going back into that, selecting mask. And let's use a quick selection tool. We could subtract, potentially subtract this background. I kind of think I need to make my brush size quite a bit bigger in order to do that. So if we do that, we are revealing, some of the things behind. And then we want to go smaller, maybe, which we'll have to clean that up on the other layers if we end up doing it this way. But you could potentially bring in, oops, I didn't need to do quite that much. I probably could spend a little more time perfecting that, but let's just do that. And then you could bring in, another background image that's a little bit more abstract, maybe, if you wanted to. I'm not saying that that's going to look better, but it's something that you could try. So we could move that. Oops. This paper we could do. Okay, yeah. We could erase part of this paper even. I don't know if that'll work on a smart object, but I'll try the eraser tool on it. Yeah, it wants to rasterize it, which might be okay. And then you can erase that out of there if you didn't want that back there, impeding what you might want to be filling your layer background in with. Of course, you don't want to go too far with it. You want to keep the area in there where you want to have your rip. Maybe we want to. I could make this a lot bigger brush. And then we could bring in a different image, such as, I don't know, yeah, like let's go to pixels and go to like a pond ripple or whatever you wanted to use. something like this. Or I think you're trying to look happy. Like the top part is happy, so maybe like or something. Something that's kind of cheery as far as color scheme goes. Maybe something like this. I'm not sure if that one would look amazing or not. Maybe this one. Something cheerier. Because I think you have kind of a contrast between not cheery and happier. So file, place, embedded, and bring in maybe this one. Let's just see if we put that in the right order. Is that so? Trying to put it behind everything. Just delete something. What do I do? I'm trying to add the background in, but I'm not quite sure what I did. So I ended up going back in the history panel, and then I'm going to try to bring this back in. And let's try this layer. So if I get rid of that, not sure why it's, maybe it's picking up some of the effects here. And T. I wanted to put it behind you, potentially, but I'm not having a lot of luck with that. Oops. Okay. Not quite sure. Maybe you might have a better idea of why that's not working out, but let's see. Let's make sure I'm on the right layer here. If I erase that. Oops, I don't erase too much. And I don't know why the image of you is not showing up. Where's the paper at? Or maybe the paper kind of got. I might have messed up the layer, the order of the layers or something. Anyway, let's see if we can. I think you understand what I'm saying, but I'm not quite sure how to work with your file super well. Because I didn't make it, so it's a little bit unfamiliar to me, but we could potentially erase so that we could bring that back in. Hopefully still get the paper texture over the area where you wanted to have the paper texture. But you get the point of what I'm saying. I think you might be able to figure it out since you constructed your file. But yeah, maybe something like that to try out. I mean, obviously you do a little bit better job with the in this area with the clipping mask, but maybe something like that. And then obviously you would know how to bring that paper back in, or it's at least in the area of the gap that you started here. Oh, okay. That's good. I'm not sure if that's the way to go or not, though, but you get what I mean. So that looks pretty cool. Great job. Hopefully this helps you. I was kind of going off on a tangent, and I also was a little confused about the layers here. I probably should have, you know, spent a little bit more time before I actually made the video, but it's looking really good. So just some ideas to try, and great job. Talk to you later.